Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel. I'm here today. I'm going to share with you 7 new habits to speak English fluently. And these habits are very powerful, very simple, and you can practice them every single day at home. When I say new habits, I don't mean the usual advice you hear, like shadowing, speak out loud, find a language partner, watch English videos. These things are not new. Okay, so what I'll share with you today, you probably haven't heard before. You will learn how to use stories to speak English fluently, how to think in English faster, and how to get fluent by spending only a few minutes a day. So let's get started. The first new habit is micro-retelling. Now, I heard this idea from another teacher and I fell in love with it because it's so simple yet so powerful. Now, you have probably heard of the method storytelling, right? When you watch an English video or a movie, you summarize what you have watched in your own words. But the problem with storytelling is that it takes a long time. Like you have to watch a 20-minute video and then spend 30 minutes summarizing it. So it's really time-consuming. And if you are a beginner, you may not be able to summarize the whole story in detail. That's why I love the idea of micro-retelling. It's just like storytelling, but much shorter. You just need to watch a short video clip of about a minute or two and then summarize the story in just a few simple sentences. And this is what makes micro-retelling perfect for English learners. It gives you enough time to process the story while still allowing you to practice your speaking skills. So let me give you an example. Watch this short video clip and then summarize the story in just a few sentences. All right. Now let's check your answer. A man was driving through the countryside when he saw a woman standing next to her car. She had a flat tire. The man stopped to help her change the tire. While they were working, they started talking. They talked about their families, their jobs, and their hobbies. After the man had helped her change the tire, they said goodbye and went their separate ways. All right, now let's move on to the next habit. Okay, this next habit is called ready responses. In English, we often use phrases or sentences that we have memorized to respond to certain questions or comments. For example, when someone says thank you, we usually reply with you're welcome. When someone asks us, how are you? We usually respond with, I'm fine. These are some basic examples of ready responses. Now, why do we use ready responses? Oh, it's because they allow us to communicate more effectively in English. For example, imagine that you are at a party and someone comes up to you and says, Hi, how are you? If you don't know what to say, you may feel a little bit nervous or uncomfortable. However, if you have a ready response in mind, you will feel more confident and comfortable in that situation. Ready responses are also very helpful for beginners. When you first start learning English, it can be difficult to come up with the right words to say in certain situations. However, if you have some basic ready responses in your mind, you will be able to communicate much more easily with other people. So what are some good ready responses that you can use in everyday conversations? Let me show you. No. 1. When someone pays you a compliment, what can you say? Here are 3 easy options. 1. Thank you. This is the most simple and common way to respond to a compliment. It's polite and shows that you appreciate the person's kind words. Number 2, That's kind of you to say. This response is a little bit more formal and shows that you are grateful for the compliment. No. 3. I appreciate you noticing that. This response is a bit more complex and shows that you pay attention to details and appreciate the person's thoughtfulness. Number 2. When someone asks you what you did on the weekend, you can say, "Oh, it was great. I spent some time with my family and friends. I went to a nice restaurant, and I saw a new movie." This is a very simple and polite response that lets the person know that you had a nice weekend. Well, I hope these 2 examples are helpful. All you need to do is to spend 5 minutes a day practicing these ready responses, and after a few weeks, you will feel more confident in your speaking skills. Okay, moving on to the next habit. This one is called 2-minute reactions. To begin, you should find a short video or audio clip to listen to or watch. It could be a TV show, a movie trailer, a song, or anything else that interests you. Once you've found a video, listen or watch it for 1 minute. Then take the next minute to think about what you just heard or saw. Finally, talk about it for 2 minutes. You can describe what you saw, share your opinion about it, or talk about anything else related to it. For example, if you just watched a movie trailer, you can talk about the plot, the characters, or the actors. Oh yes. If you listened to a song, you can talk about the lyrics, the melody, or the singer. The important thing is to practice your speaking skills. Okay, let me give you another example. This is a short video about a cat who became an internet sensation after a video of him eating went viral. So after watching the video, take 1 minute to think about what you just watched, then talk about it for 2 minutes. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just relax and enjoy the process. Okay. Now let's check your answer. First, I want to say that this is such a cute cat. He looks so fluffy and funny. I can't believe that he became an internet sensation because of his eating habits. It's amazing how something so simple can go viral. I love the part where he uses his paws to hold the food. It's so clever. I also love the fact that he is so persistent in getting what he wants. He doesn't give up until he gets the fish. I think this cat is a genius. Well, that's the end of our 2-minute reaction. You can see, this habit is very simple, but also very effective. All you need to do is to spend 2 minutes a day reacting to a short video or audio clip, and you will notice a big improvement in your speaking fluency. Okay, the last habit we will discuss today is phrase bank. So what is phrase bank? Phrase bank is a collection of useful phrases that you can use to improve your speaking skills. For example, when you meet someone for the first time, you might want to say, "Nice to meet you." When you agree with someone, you might say, "Yes, I agree." When you want to express gratitude, you might say, "Thank you very much." These are all simple phrases that can help you communicate more effectively in English. To make a phrase bank, simply write down any useful phrases you come across during your day.